What is up, my fellow Loonies? LoonFromNeptune here, bringing you another video. But today I figured I'd do something a bit different than usual. Today I'm discussing this whole super straight thing that's been surfacing in the past few weeks. Before I do that though, I wanted to take a moment to talk about my buddy old pal Landon, aka AKMotions, who just recently passed 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. I just wanted to take this moment to congratulate him and tell him that he earned every single one of the subscribers. He makes fantastic content and he inspires me to be better every day. I'm sure by the time this video comes out, he'll be closer to like 5,000, but whatever. With that out of the way, let's get into the real topic of today's video. So in case you aren't aware, what is super straight? And why are people causing such an uproar about it? Basically, it's just heterosexual, but excluding transgender people. The name implies that they are so straight that they are a completely new sexuality. I'll bring up the issues with this later in the video, but you can already see why this would cause such an uproar online, specifically on places like Twitter.
But Looney, people aren't allowed to have a preference. It isn't a big issue for people who not want to date a trans person.
Hold up there, bud. You're being quite presumptuous. I haven't even gotten to that part yet. First, we need to see where this whole thing started. According to Insider and Yahoo Sports? Yahoo Sports. Yahoo Sports. Yeah! According to Insider and Yahoo Sports, the origin of super straight can be traced back to social media such as TikTok and 4chan. One of the earliest / most popular uses of super straight comes from the TikToker named Kyle Royce. On February 21st, they posted a video titled, "Who else is super straight?" The video was deleted by the uploader, but was then re-uploaded to YouTube after some time. The video in question just shows the guy sitting in a car. He states that he has made a new sexuality. Obviously, you know what that new sexuality is. The reason he claims to have made this new sexuality is because
straight people or straight men as myself, I get called transphobic because I wouldn't date a trans woman. You know, they're like, would you date a trans woman? I'm like, no, why? That's a female. No, like, that's not a real woman to me.
He then later states,
I'm super straight. I only date the opposite gender, women, that are born women. So you can't say I'm transphobic now.
oh boy. I'm gonna tear this individual a new butthole. Ha! Gay! So firstly, you can't say you aren't transphobic, then also say trans women aren't real women. By definition, that's transphobia. Secondly, no one cares if you don't want to date a trans person. Like that one random "Looney" guy said, it's just a preference. The problem isn't that you don't want to date a trans person, the problem is that you're calling them not real. That's transphobic. Trans women are still women. You aren't a different sexuality because you don't want to date / have sex with trans people and only have sex with biological females. Sexual preference is based on, well, sex. The definition of sexual orientation is a pattern of romantic or sexual attraction to persons or the opposite sex or gender, the same sex or gender, or both sexes or more than one gender. Obviously, trans isn't a separate gender identity, so making a new sexuality to exclude trans people alone is just ridiculous. You know what you are? Heterosexual. Simple as that. Obviously, if you aren't looking for a relationship with trans people, then that's just your preference, so who cares? But to go out of your way to make a new sexuality that doesn't even really count as one is just plain out ridiculous. Take this from a bisexual cisgender male who doesn't have a preference against trans people. My search history implies the opposite. Jokes aside, it's completely and utterly ridiculous to make a new sexuality. Super straight is just boneless heterosexuality. Also, just look at the flag! It's just Pornhub, like what?
Don't ask how I know that.
Now, normally I just leave the video off there, since, you know, that's what the issue is, right? What if I told you that the origins of this term is actually anti-Semitic? Wait, what? After some time had passed and the super straight videos started to spread across social media, it eventually made its way onto the boards of 4chan, the infamous far-right board for trolls. Once it had reached the site, users started sharing memes and creating discussions about super straights as a method of driving a wedge within the LGBT community. Their plan was to use the left's tactics against them, call them bigots or non-accepting. So, how does this connect to anti-Semitism? I'm getting there, just hold your horses. Eventually, 4chan users started posting stuff like,
"No sane man wants to fuck the inverted penis of a man LARPing as a woman. Make a new sexuality and call it super straight. We are SS now. Seek help."
Oh shit, here we go again.
But Looney, clearly this is just a one-time thing. Not everyone is a Nazi.
Let's look at another example. Hail super straight victory.
Don't you look that twice. There isn't more.
You sure about that?
Man, this is a great day. We've managed to make super straight an actual thing that's made the global homo panic. But we can make it greater. Introducing Super Kek. It's super straight, however more associated with the right and pole, which holds more hatred against basically the extremist super straight.
Want more? Or is that enough? I want a few more for good measure.
Trans women are real women is scientifically accurate. But if you have to specify trans women out of all women, there is a difference. If there is a difference, we can have preferences. They are being SS-phobic.
Let's do one more for good measure.
Make this thread before the other one hits the bump limit goals. Drive a wedge between and other fag groups. Red pill zoomers. Use the left's tactics against them. Call them bigots for not accepting super straight. Shitpost on social media. Hit mainstream status. What the fuck are you happening? Zoomers on TikTok make a new sexuality called super straight, meaning one is only attracted to the biological sex, meaning no countering the logic that are real women. What do I do? Spam this shit all over. Mech memes, retweet, SS agents on Twitter, post on every site imaginable.
Now, here's the super straight flag. Here is the SS flag. I think it goes without saying that there's a pretty big issue underneath this one little layer here. You know, transphobia, not good, but at the end of the day, whatever, that's just politics. But then, you look just one layer underneath that, and you see...
Here we go again.
This goes above and beyond preference. It goes a whole different extreme. And you know what? I'm not ashamed to say this. Neo-Nazis are not welcome on this channel. They're not. Fuck Nazis. If you're Nazi, fuck you. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're, like, actually the nicest guy I'll ever meet. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Hitler was bad. Nazis were bad. You are bad. I don't care if Nazis try to cancel me on Twitter. I don't care if you try to cancel me on Twitter. I don't give a single flying fuck about what Nazis think. In fact, I welcome it. Come at me, you fucking Nazi bitches. To be fair, I don't think everyone who's claiming to be super straight is a neo-Nazi. But the origins of this fake sexuality clearly are. Now, I would be a huge hypocrite if I didn't show how the LGBT community responded. Most tweets against super straight simply discredit the individuals by posting stuff like this. It's not the preference issue I dislike. People don't have to date anyone. That's really dumb. What I have issue with is the people saying we aren't real men or real women. They say that they're attacked for their preferences, but it's statements about trans people's legitimacy. I 100% agree with that. And this post just talks about what that one flag was. That is the flag of Kyrgyzstan. It has nothing to do with the far right. It has been established by the Third Reich, and because they have no independence, they can't change their flag. This person says, wait till they find out it's the colors of Grindr and they're gonna be snowflakey about it. This other one says, super straight is the same thing as being anti-trans. It's the whole trans women aren't real women strategy, but repackaged with Grindr colors, SS bolts, and blatant disingenuity, meant to make it seem like people have been persecuted for having a preference. It's literally fucking deliberate and obvious. Like, it's super obvious how much of an alt-right dog whistle this is. What does it mean to be super straight? And how can I be an ally against SS oppression? Now, most of these people were responding in perfectly reasonable ways. However, plenty of other people responded in this way.
I want to kill every single super straight person.
Super straight? More like super kill yourself.
Nah, I don't care, but if you really identify as super straight, fucking kill yourself.
What the fuck is super straight? Bitch, I'll kill you.
Hashtag super straight. I say we kill all the super straights.
To everyone who responded to these people by telling them to kill themselves, you guys also suck. Fuck you guys too. You guys are toxic. Arguably just as much as SS people. Now I could go on and on about this issue, but I think I'll leave the video off there. I provided more than enough evidence for people to make up their own opinion on the issue. Now I wanted to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and also make sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay updated every time I upload a video. And hey, if you didn't like the video, leave a dislike and a comment down below telling me what you didn't like about the video. Or if you don't want to do that publicly, you can email me at therealsonic187@gmail.com. If you want to see more content from me, also make sure to follow me on Instagram. There I post my artwork, as well as updates for future videos. And also make sure to follow my Twitter. That's where I post most of my random thoughts that I have. Now with all that out of the way, thank you all for watching. I love you all. Goodbye.